Good morning. About 6:30 a.m. Already almost 70 degrees here in Sacramento, California. I love it though. This morning gets me going. It gets me fuel. I talked about anabolic energy, right? And this is where I get that fuel type energy from. Is getting up in the morning, taking these walks with Mocha. She's kind of bugging around a little bit, but that's what it's about, right? Finding where you get your fueling energy. Well, today we're going to talk about that level three energy. And last week, or the last video, I talked about level two energy, which was that catabolic energy associated with conflict. Well, level three is that first level of anabolic energy, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about that because you know when you're going through conflict, like I talked about last week with that level two energy. Now is with level three, you're starting to take more responsibility, right? That's the core thought, right? Responsibility, taking ownership of what you have control over, and that action, that core action, is forgiveness, and the feeling behind that is that feeling is more so uh, how are we going to let's just move past this. It's kind of like that forgiveness type feeling, right? I forgive you. I'm not going to continue to bicker about this. So when you put it in context, right? Level three is really about having that mindset that I'm not going to get caught up in the negativity. I'm going to take control what I have control over, which is my own thoughts, my own behaviors, and I'm not going to focus on the negative. I'm going to just move forward. So think about, like, many times in just whatever situation for you, right? Where there's a negative person, or there's confrontation, and in that moment you just don't have time to deal with it, right? And that's that level. That's the level three starting to come in, because in those moments, right, you don't feel like dealing with the negativity. So you're just gonna forgive the person and kind of keep it moving. But in that sense, right, you're taking ownership of what you have control over. You're not gonna let your mindset get all beat up, drained down over the negativity that's happening in that situation. So that's how level three starts to show up, right? And you may even start to forgive that person, regardless if they're right or wrong. You're like, I'm not gonna deal with this now. But that's that first level of anabolic energy, because you're not gonna allow that catabolic energy, that draining type energy, to affect you right now. So you move past it, right? And that's just the next level of that first. Actually, it's the first level of anabolic energy. It's you're vibrating at a low to medium um, anabolic vibration. And like I said, you're taking the responsibility of your own behaviors. This is your first step in an anabolic standpoint. And I guess a good way to put it, let's say you're in a meeting, right? I like talking about meetings because I coach leadership and executives. So that you'll hear me talk about meetings as examples a lot. But um, think of, or even think in your personal situation, and there's conflict that's happening, right? There's bickering, there's disagreement, right? Everybody's trying to prove their point. And how anabolic energy, level three energy, starts to show up is you're gonna take ownership to move past it. you're gonna have that feeling of, you know what, let's just move forward. You're right. Okay, you're right. And let's just get to the solution here, right? The downfall of that is that catabolic energy isn't never really addressed, and it's going to resurface at some point. But you're still taking ownership to move forward, and that's the key. Sometimes let's just stay positive. Let's move away from this bickering. Let's move away from this conflict. I forgive you. It is what it is. Let's just move forward. That's level 3 energy. So think about this throughout your day today. When you're going through your day and you see conflict arising and you don't even feel like dealing with it, and it is what it is, let's just move forward. And you're taking responsibility to not get caught up in the negativity in those moments. That's level 3. That's how level 3 shows up. So think about that today. Level 3 energy. The core thought is, oh, excuse me. The core thought is responsibility. Okay, and the feeling of that is, you know, forgiveness. I forgive you. Okay, so when you go throughout your day today, think about that. Think about how you're moving in those moments where you feel like conflict is coming up, stress. How are you taking responsibility in that moment to move past it? And if you are, and you're starting to feel a little good about that, you're in level 3. Have a good day. I hope you find your anabolic energy today. I'm loving it. I'm fueled. I'm ready to go. 6:30 in the morning. Coach Mo with you again. Have a great day.